Okay, it's Tuesday, March 1, 2016 at 4:30 p.m. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the East Long Meadow Board of Assessors. The meeting is being recorded by LCAT, and we also are making a recording for our minutes. There's no one else recording the meeting. First item on the agenda is to review the open and executive minutes from the meeting of February 16th, 2016, and the executive session minutes from the meeting of February 18th, 2016. Mrs. Saunier.
Mr. Chairman, I've read all of the minutes involved, the open and executive session minutes from February 16th and also the executive session from February 18th, found them to be in order as to content and presentation, and I move that they be approved as submitted.
Second that.
All in favor? Aye. Now we have to review and sign several end-of-month reports particularly concerning abatements.
This one is all of the personal property that has been abated in the month of February.
So we abated $76.03 in personal property during February. Now these are reports for that month.
And this is real estate.
And we have abatements of $1,614.77 on real estate during February. Abatements are still being worked on.
These are exemptions.
And then, of course, the real estate exemptions in the amount of $5,508.16, with $5,508 exempted for the community protection. These would be things like the veterans and the elderly exemptions. Do I have to sign this?
Mm-hmm.
Other side, flip it over.
Oh, there it is.
This form you might remember from years ago.
Oh, that isn't.
We had 2 excise abatements from 1986, and it wasn't computerized, so we actually found one of the old forms that we used to have to use, and it's on there.
Oh, I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, that one finally had to be had to be gotten rid of. No payment was made on this one.
No, it's abated in full. So this is going to take care of 2009 through 2016 motor vehicle abatements for the year.
These old forms.
They're all on one report.
This is a busy week for excise tax, for auto excise tax.
Was. That's all that we need for signatures.
Okay, so we're done with the month end of month reports.
Yep.
Now we have to review the fiscal year 2017 Pioneer Valley Planning Commission local assessment. They charge us something between 15 and 16 cents a person on an official census.
Yep. And I did bring this to the town accountant's attention in case if she did not get CC'd. It, for the first time in quite a few years, went up a minimal amount, and it went up by $58.95.
What's the total amount?
The total amount is $2,416.95.
Okay.
And there's nothing to sign. I just brought this for your notification.
Yes, this is one of those things that goes
Part
right
of the
through
tax
under state
recap.
law.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Okay, the assessor's fixed asset listing due by March 9th, 2016.
I think that is on your files. I know mine. I left it on the desk because I was working on it a little bit earlier. We do have to pull together an asset listing. We are going to do the best we can with what we have to work with. I do not have a lot of receipts for some of the items, older items, I do have receipts for some of the newer items, but it's apparent that we only have to do anything that's $300 or more. And majority of our high-tech items, which printers, computers, etc., is all IT's. We're going to be documenting it, but it's really IT's responsibility.
Yeah, some of the stuff in this office dates back to when I got started on the board in 1989, and there's probably a receipt or two missing.
Well, fortunately for us, we can get rid of our invoices after a period. There's a retention period, so we really didn't keep things back that long. But we are going to put our best foot forward and get as much as we can pulled together. From my understanding, the information is then going to be used as they're going to hopefully file for a grant, and they're going to, hopefully with the scope of services, use all of these listings that we're going to be providing to actually go through and put barcodes on all of the items so they have a good record of inventory.
But I would think they would have needed this for insurance purposes as well.
I would say that that's a good assumption.
Yeah.
That's probably why the accountant is after it.
I do know in a prior community that I worked in, they did have to do that, and there was barcodes on all items, and they actually could use one of those little guns like you do at a grocery store, and you just scan an item and it would come up. So I'm going to make the assumption that we're going to be doing something similar to that.
Okay.
So then we have the next item on the agenda is a notice of the Hampton, Hampshire Council of Assessors, or for the Spring Seminar, personal property, which has become increasingly technical. It's on Wednesday, March 30th at 8:30, and it's in Holyoke at the Summit View Banquet and Meeting House. And with the HHCAA lists the president as Manny Silva, who is the assessor in Wilbraham, and the vice president is you.
That is correct. I between Manny, I, and the rest of our e-board, we've been trying very hard to get more education for the Hampden, Hampshire County area, and we were able to put this personal property seminar together. So it is going to be a 3-hour seminar. There is 3 educational credits to be given through the MAO. And it's a very reasonably priced seminar as they're trying to rebuild their membership. It's only $15 per member. Our community, we are members, so any of us can go, and it's a $15 charge. I would like to bring the office staff. I think, as you may or may not know, we have a stack of forms of list, and there's so many questions that come in from business owners asking about their personal property assets that it's a good educational seminar, so they'll be able to better guide and to know what should be on a form of list.
Yeah, we want the staff to get this education, definitely. We've got a lot of those forms of list that need to be properly reviewed.
Correct. And if you notice who the presenter is, happens to also be a vendor that we use, and he has offered his knowledge and expertise free of charge to the association to provide this information, which I thought was wonderful.
I'd like to attend just because of the education credits.
Mm-hmm. And I am to assume it would be okay if I bring the staff with me?
It's okay with me.
It's okay with me. So we have to arrange some kind of coverage for the, or close the office, either one.
We do have a senior work-off participant. Her name is Lee, and she has been helping us out since we've been a little short-handed for the last 2 months. So she's done a phenomenal job. I've already checked with her to see if she might be available that day, and she said she'd be happy to cover if none of us could be in the office.
I think that'll work out fine.
I agree with that. And I'd like to go to that. It's Wednesday, March 30th. I would like to go to that. I need to, as personal property questions come up, I probably need some education myself.
Okay. I'm going to put down 5 unless Marty has an interest.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Perfect. I'll get that in.
Bill will cover me.
The next item on the agenda is the notice of the 2016 MAO Spring Seminar. It's at the Devens Commons in Devens, Mass. On April 14, 2016. Would you comment on this?
Just exactly what you said. I don't know if anyone has an interest in attending. It is in Devens, at Devens Common. It is quite a haul to get there. Do not know if anyone is interested in attending. I do know that the summer conference
It's mostly on technology applications, it looks like.
Right. I know that the summer conference has already been planned also, and I know that generally Chris attends the summer conference. I'm not sure.
I've already received notice as a past president, because they allow us to make our reservations first. And because she needed an answer ASAP, I did make the commitment. I don't know if that's okay with my colleagues here on the board.
Oh, that's absolutely okay. You, as former president of the association, of the state association, we need you to keep your contacts up.
I try.
This is your vacation stop you're talking about?
I don't know if it's a vacation
Okay.
stop when you're inside and everybody's at the
No,
beach.
not when she gets
going
to,
to
not
education
when all those
classes.
get together. There's a lot of work talk.
So I will make sure that I will be counting on at least one person to be attending that summer conference, so we'll make sure that we watch our training budget to make sure that we have enough to cover that.
Okay, we have three planning board decisions in the correspondence folder. Is there anything that is of particular interest to this office?
Yes, there always is.
I was gonna say, yes. We have an existing hair salon that is taking over new ownership. We have antennas on one of the cell towers of replacements. Naturally, that information will be reported on a form of list. And the golf course, which had gone up for auction, and there is a proposed new owner once a sale actually goes through, and they were just trying to finalize to be able to get their business certificate, etc.
Do we have a deed on that property yet?
2 to 3 weeks.
Not as of yet.
Okay.
There was one small typo, and it has been replaced for the golf course for the Sunday hours. They had it as 12 a.m. to 2 a.m., and it was supposed to have been 12 p.m., in case if you happen to notice that. They did submit a newer one
And
to
they
me.
approved that? To
Yes.
2 a.m.?
Yes.
Well, I occasionally miss a typo, so do we.
Yep.
So we need to keep in touch with that as it affects the assessment of property in that area, the associated property.
I have had the opportunity to speak to one of the partners of the new owners, providing once everything transfers, and he seems very willing to provide whatever we need, and he's well aware of the chapter land. He's well aware of personal property, all of that. So
Okay.
Right.
Okay, is there any old business or new business?
I have none to offer.
Nope.
Okay, then it is time to go into executive session. The main subject, of course, will be the Appellate Tax Board appeals, of which there are a few, and we have a contract issue. We have abatement applications which haven't been decided yet. We have several statutory exemptions and pending exemptions to be reviewed, and there's a personnel matter. I move that we go into executive session for those purposes,
I'll second that motion.
and we will not be coming back into open session. This motion requires a roll call vote. Mrs. Saulnier?
Yes.
Mr. Grudgeon?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Yes.